Hi YouTube, my cutting back on buying makeup and skincare has really failed this last month, as you can see from the pile in front of you. And that's not even all, because I've been buying quite a lot of nail polish, which I haven't put with this video. I might do a separate one on that. But there's just been too many tempting things, and I really have gone a bit mad. So I thought I'd show you what I got and talk a little bit about the products where I've had the opportunity to try them out yet. Some of them I'm really impressed with, some a little bit more disappointed. I guess two of the main products that I've used quite a bit, although I've still got my palette in the box here, are these two eyeshadow palettes, one from Tom Ford and one from Yves Saint Laurent. This YSL one is part of the fall autumn range this year, the City Drive Classy palette, and I saw a lot about this on the internet and on YouTube. First of all, I was always going to get one because I really like the look of the palette, the gold and black. The other colour combination is in a more neon coloured palette, which I didn't like as much, and I also didn't like the colour combo, which included a very lively lime green, which I didn't think was too wearable. And I think this is the classy one. The other one's a downtown one, I think, or modern. Can't remember what it's called. This was the one I really liked. The colours are showing a bit muddy in my light, but everybody raved about this palette on YouTube and in blogs. And I have to say, I do like it, but I'm not overly impressed by it. I do wonder if a lot of the people who spoke so positively got freebies, because the actual colours are very pretty, but the colour payoff isn't that brilliant. They're kind of shimmery. I mean, particularly that gold one, I've used a lot, but you have to kind of work it to get a decent payoff. The colour I was most interested in is this silver, which does have the best payoff and is the nicest consistency, and I think is a very pretty accent with the more brown tones, more neutrals. What I have liked about this palette is you can use it wet or dry, and it's not obvious until you get it, but this little applicator, the tops on the end are kind of rubber, and if you just wet them slightly, they do work really well to give a different look. So overall, I'm quite pleased I got this palette. I am using it. You can see I kind of dug into this one quite a lot. But I do find you have to really quite work on a lot of colour to get much of a look, and I don't even like a heavy eye makeup, and you do get quite a lot of glitter fallout during the day. So, sorry, my hand's a bit shaky there. I'm trying not to show reflection in the mirror. Would I recommend it? Well, possibly not, unless you really, into the collections. The next one I definitely would recommend, even though it's more expensive. It's Tom Ford, part of the current permanent range. It's my second Tom Ford eye palette, and this one is in Burnished Amber number 6. I got this on eBay. It is a new palette, but I got a sort of £20 discount, so instead of costing 62, it cost me about 40 something. And I've used it a couple of times, although I like to try and keep the covering in as long as possible. I wouldn't normally necessarily go as a priority for these colours, which are very warm, reddy browns, burnished amber, exactly what the box says, as it were. But the quality of these shadows, the texture, the colour payoff, the ease of application is just fantastic, and I'm finding that I'm really enjoying the looks. This one is the most difficult to work with because it's so ready, but it is nice at this time of year. And the others, do some fantastic looks with very little effort. The shadow goes on like a dream. Once it's there with a base, it stays, lasts all day, and I work 12-hour days. I don't have to touch up my eye makeup. And you need the tiniest little bit to get a really good colour payoff. So they're really pricey, these palettes, but they are worth it in my opinion. So I know that I'll be using that one for years and it's going to take ages to use up. So I was very pleased with that purchase. Out of the new NARS collections, I did look at the Rihanna one, but I wasn't that impressed. It sold like hotcakes. I could have got one of the eyeshadow quads, but I tried them and I didn't really think they were anything to speak of. I thought about the lipsticks, but again, it was nothing spectacular. But I did like the recent Antonio Lopez palette collection. They did cheek, eye and lip palettes with these gorgeous illustrations, and the quality of the palette is really nice actually. I mean, it's plastic, but it's got that kind of enamely look. And I went for the lip palette in the end, less because of the contents. I went for a nude one. I could have had a bright red one, but I do wear a lot of nudes. And it's a dinky little palette to have in your handbag, but I just loved the illustration on the top. I thought it was really elegant. And the colours are quite good. They're, just basic nudes in a variety of finishes. So I have used that. I am enjoying it. On the lipstick front, I treated myself the other day to a Chanel lipstick. I went in actually to finally manage to get the handbag Kabuki brought out to go with Les Beige. I'm still on the fence with my Les Beige, which I bought in number 30. I have it in my handbag. I don't find I use it a whole lot, but maybe I'll use it more now that I've got this gorgeous brush, which you can see I've used it a couple of times and haven't cleaned it, I have to say. It doesn't seem to attract the dirt in the way a lot of brushes do, notwithstanding the gorgeous colour. It really just is fantastic quality. So again, pricey, but like all Chanel items, really beautifully presented and a classic item to have. So I'm enjoying having that in my handbag. I just like to take it out and feel it, to be honest. And while I was at the counter, I bought one of the Rouge Allure Velvet in La Sensuelle. Very pretty matte pinky red. It goes on slightly pinkier, I suppose, bluer tone than it's looking even there. And I like to pat it on. Although they are matte finishes, I find them a lot less drying than, for example, MAC matte finishes, and they are very long lasting. And, again, beautiful item, well worth the money, I think. A few weeks ago, I bought another of the cream blushes. I've now got, in fact, the 2 limited edition shades. I do like the finish these cream blushes give, although they don't last quite as long as I was expecting. And they are slightly difficult to work with because you do have to work them in very quickly. But I decided I wanted this sort of apricot-y, peachy one because I'm wearing a lot of khakis and I think that colour goes quite well as a blush. And I have used it quite a lot. I'm enjoying it, although I do wish it would stay a little longer. I found I do have to reapply that during the day, which is slightly annoying. Bought a couple of makeup remover minis from MAC to get free postage with my palette. Haven't used them yet, so I won't tell you what I think of those yet because I can't. I'm on the fence a bit with this. This is the Ariba Dry Texturizing Shampoo, which again the blogists and YouTubers are going mad about. It's really, really expensive. This is the small handbag size from Space NK, which is £18. The full-sized one is £38, which for something that people use effectively as a kind of dry shampoo type texturizer seems a lot. But, the reports were so good, I went and got it. I have to say, I've only used it once. I had a blow dry on Saturday and I was going to an event in the evening. My hair got wet in the afternoon, so it had lost a lot of volume. So I thought this, ideal thing, shove it in to give me some more volume. I have to say, it fluffed up the hairdo a little bit, but no more than any other texturizing product, I didn't think. And I have to say, my hair felt really dirty by that evening. So I wouldn't judge it on one using, but so far, not really that impressed, certainly not for the price. And this was a silly buy. This is the Caudalie Elixir in a special limited edition by Lorenz Scott. I am a fan of this little spray, which has a kind of aromatic herbally scent, very refreshing and just spritzes up your makeup. Again, ideal handbag type thing. This limited edition is very similar but has a kind of more minty fragrance to it. So as far as I can tell, it's the same formulation with a slightly different scent and a different packaging. But if you're into limited editions and you like the Caudalie, then worth getting a bottle, I guess. So that's what I've been up to this month, apart from the nail polishes, which, as I say, I've gone mad with, and I may share in a separate video. I'm also going to talk soon about my rethinking of the Charlotte Tilbury makeup, because a lot of people have looked at that video. There probably aren't that many reviews out there on YouTube, and I have used those products now, and I have changed my mind about a few of them. So that's what I'm going to do next, I think. But until then, bye for now.